One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Mahomes going to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Diablos have struck first in this NFC title game. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together and they've got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, they'll run it here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
37 yards on the punt with no return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Lynch running right. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Now a give running left. It's Bettis. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll run with Bettis. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Coming right, this is Lynch on the toss play. No gain
on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Wayne here. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3rd and 3. Now Murray again. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now here's Mahomes. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now this going to be a quarterback draw. And some strong running. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. An inside run with Lynch. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run again with Lynch. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. It's caught outright by Graham. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Lynch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jimmy Graham. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. A 10-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. And they'll go with a ground attack here.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now running right on the option. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Murray. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a first carry for they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Give him 6 yards in the first down. To throw is Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace,
and it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Diablos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on first down is Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray going to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete. And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
58 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster gain and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Lynch, left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. and it's the Indianapolis Colts who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game.
We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
And they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they rattle off a big one. 43 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Lynch. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll try the middle with Lynch. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Trucks over him. Touchdown! From 17 yards out.
And the Diablos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the give, this is their fullback. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Lynch. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. First down, the run with Lynch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Up the middle they run with Bettis. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Diablos are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They've gone to their foot. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now a give up the middle to Bettis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, Mahomes. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Diablos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Running right on the option is Murray. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Sanders in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, with
the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Or they run the option on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. He's been pretty good with his legs in this game. A really nice gain there. Defensively, they've been okay covering downfield, but you got to account for the quarterback, right?
Yeah, and that's the hardest part, because normally when you play 11 on 11, it's truly not 11 on 11. Defensively, you don't account for the quarterback in the run game. You account for everyone else and hope that you can catch him before he gets to the 1st down marker. But as you noticed, he's been doing it a little bit. This time he saved his best for this run.
And saving one of his best for the 4th quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 72 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down to the 27-yard line. Second and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And Mahomes is going to keep it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
And Mahomes going to run again.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Diablos are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Murray now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Murray. Being chased out left. Fighting through pressure. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be. And that cost him 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw. Murray. And that is incomplete here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Completes it to Fitzgerald. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
He came very close to absolutely destroying their defensive strategy, didn't he? Broke some tackles and came very close to picking up a 1st down. They've got to wrap up better.
Indeed, but they were able to get him down before that marker. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.